Hello, good day and welcome to this session on contract performance data. By the end of this session, you should be able to understand what contract performance data is, as well as identify a range of contract performance data. So contract performance data basically refers to the data that is necessary or essential to evaluate contract performance. And contract performance data has to be supplied by provided by suppliers to aid effective contract management. And the data provided by suppliers should include a project or contract organization chart, and this would help to provide information as to who can be contacted in the supplier's organization and who is accountable for what in terms of executing the contract. And then they have a project plan. A project plan provided by the supplier would help us to know the expected or major milestones of the project on a time phase basis, including the milestones that are expected to be provided by the supplier as well as their subcontractor. And then we have a funds commitment plan, which shows estimated financial commitments by the supplier or expected of the buyer on a monthly and cumulative basis. The essence of this funds commitment plan is to provide an incentive and cost reimbursement, useful for cost reimbursement contracts. And then a human resources commitment plan, which shows resource allocations in terms of the personnel that will be allocated to the contract execution. So we also have financial data, which is useful to be provided by the suppliers, and these data could be gathered from their quotations, bid documents, schedule of fees, price fees and charges, as well as payment terms. They include statements of what the price will and will not include, or as well as how much it will be and how much it will be calculated and how much or when it is payable. The financial performance or financial data is necessary to monitor price variances or discrepancies, as well as to aid in verifying amounts and schedules which will warrant the authorization of payment. And the financial data helps to ascertain the financial status of the supplier, and then it provides records of losses due to delays, defects, among others. And then we have technical data. Technical data relates to the technicalities or specifications of the products or projects, and it makes the subject of the contract. So product or service specifications and details of the product or service which are actually supplied depends on the type and details, which include, among others, the functionality to be achieved at specified levels in specified circumstances and conditions, or the performance specification that is expected, or the output to be delivered, that is in terms of output specification. And then secondly, design and engineering compliance in terms of the technical or design specification, engineering drawings, design and blueprints. And then chemical or physical properties or materials included, that is in terms of composition specifications. And then brand names and models to be supplied, attributes to be reproduced in terms of specification by examples. And then tolerances, that is the deviation, the expected deviation from specification that will be accepted by the buyer. And then market grade suppliers required, especially for commodities. So you can see that this relates to the aspects of the products or services that is expected to be provided by the supplier. And then move on to performance data, and this data is in terms of the performance indicators of the contract, and it is critical in effective contract administration and management. It refers to data on performance which are especially needed and used in contract management, and it includes delivery deadlines and schedules or agreements, estimated lead time for projects or production plans and schedules on which delivery are based, and monitoring this indicates the risk of missed delivery deadline if intermediate milestones are missed or if there is schedule slippage. And then the project resource plans, which indicates the potential vulnerable points at which the supplier does not have sufficient resources, capacity, or capability to maintain the required rate of production. So this session looked at contract administration and discussed the operational and specific activities involved in administering a contract.